everybody, welcome back. I thought the last run went fine. I won't know until I read the comments whether we made any incredibly stupid mistakes, but we might have made some minor mistakes. We're flipping the script on the last one. You're gonna devour our spells. If I have, and we have Hellhorn Champion, which is a little spicy. Let's see what our relic is first. When you play a spell, okay, so we have the Anvil. The Anvil works really well if you have one expensive spell, which we don't, but we could get. However, this is a tough one for me, because my focus, honestly, at higher Covenant ranks is on getting like a couple of insanely overpowered units. Having an extra upgrade spot is amazing for that, but it also means that we spend a lot of gold on making it happen. So I'm going to try Split Anvil, believe it or not. Both of them have essentially no effect yet, but over time, they can. So we really want to get one high-cost spell as an enabler. Ritual of Battle. I mean, there's a lot of them in the Hellhorn deck. One Horn's Tome, which apparently is going to cost 6 energy in the beta version, which is truly insane to me. But anyway, we need, in my opinion, a champion that can exist on their own. Oh my god. Like, a self-sustaining champion. I was just thinking, oh my god, we have not played as the Hellhorn champion probably in like 3 weeks. It's truly stunning to me. Sorry, I'm looking at the shadow here and I'm like, does my nose always look like that? Did I break some cartilage in my nose while I slept? I don't know. Beats me. I am a heavy sleeper. I think you function best at the top, mostly because these units are fairly strong. Energy. I would have preferred to have played a Train Steward. However, here we are. I definitely think that's fine. You guys are going to do 15 damage when you come up here. Because we get a rage trigger or a revenge trigger for rage, I do think we apply the armor to our champion rather than vice versa, you know, applying the champion to the armor. No, rather than playing the welder helper up at the front. We still want to have minimum amount of enemies there, because actually you can get a kill. We will get 2 imps. And quite frankly, I do want you to get the Slay trigger, but I actually think that's just absurdly incredible. And then more armor on our champion so they can get more revenge triggers and stay in the mix seems very nice to me. So, I mean, this is kind of the dream as far as I'm concerned right now. I'm looking at it, it's weird. Why am I taking no damage? Oh, because I get 10 armor off of the Slay. So killing one of you won't compromise a Slay, but it will give me more armor. Rage 2 and Ember Drain 2 we actually don't really want to play. So for now we only have one floor doing anything at all, but that's pretty typical of, you know, what you got going on whenever you put the trial on the first floor. So we'll put 2 of these guys down here, and the hope there is, if they could at least kill our, like, these 2 units up at the front, or one of these 2 units up at the front, we'd be okay with it. I think this will do it. Yeah. Good morsel plays. Good morsel plays. All right. So we got 1 unit doing 5 damage. I was gonna say we got a pretty potent way out of this situation here. I'm for it. This is okay right now. I think we played that pretty much perfectly. We would love to see a high damage, high cost spell. We didn't, for the record. Personally, for the reasons that armor was strong for us here, I think it will continue to be strong for our champion, so we'll take that. We're taking a Morsel Miner precisely because of Split Anvil. Let's put it that way. I think you're bad, honestly. If we multi-strike you and get you out of control and play you behind a tank, I think there's a chance. But I actually think, even if we can't play it, I think Demon Fiend is the unit for us, and we'll work to play it in the future. I also think we want another unit, preferably the Lifesteal Gorger. And I'll level with you. I actually think the Morsel Master is totally fine. Quick Rage 7. I think even without any gorging units, I think this is decent. Quick is kind of a weird one. To be honest, I don't know, man. I feel like Quick is kind of overrated. I don't really love this on any unit. The reroll is bad, though. So, I mean, this is... It's a heavy spend early. Let's just call it what it is. But it keeps our deck very thin. Very lean. Let's see how we're doing on this floor. There is a chance, by the way... I think this is fine. You give haste. I still think it's fine. There is a chance, I was going to say, that... we can play our Demon Fiend. We just need Perils of Production to get the 2 extra Ember. You know I'm taking it seriously because I'm calling it Ember instead of Energy. Truth be told, Imp in a Box... I was just going to say, if it gives us Pyre Chomper, then we can get a Demon Fiend out there. And we could play Demon Fiend and Hornbreaker Prince on the same floor. But then we couldn't play the Imps on the floor. So I feel like maybe... We don't mind if you die, so just come out there and get killed. But we need to be able to kill the unit at the back for haste to matter at all. Or for the Demon Fiend to matter, I guess I should say. So maybe it is for the best, because otherwise we are going to... That's it for capacity. And we really want to keep our champ alive. But we're worried that maybe Demon Fiend won't do anything. It's a tough choice. Here's what I'm going to do. Because it's very early, I am actually going to... I'm going to go all in on this idea right here. And I'm just going to try to keep you alive. And it's quite a lot of damage. And I will say, I think... I was just going to say, I think that'll slow some units down. Even though it cost us some imps, I think it's pretty worth it. I will also tell you that Morsel Master has essentially no effect right now. But maybe we could get it working with some Train Stewards. I don't know, man. It's a bit strange. Either way, that's fine. So this is what we want. It makes all of our other spells free. And then a double Morsel Miner. All of a sudden, our Welder Helper is looking goofy, but kind of interesting. We don't want you guys to skip a floor. Train Steward goes up at the front, and we give him a little buff, I suppose. I don't know, man. We're doing 2 damage, alright? I'm doing my best here. It's wonky, but it is working. Dunk, dunky, dunk, dunky, dunk. Personally, I really don't see any of our remaining cards except Fortify doing anything for our top floor. So quite frankly, I actually think we do apply Perils of Production to try to do as much damage as possible. And then... why don't we use you as 2 damage shields? You're taking 159 damage from our imp floor. That seems fine. Alright. This is how we wanted to set it up to begin with. Alright, very weird, but not bad. So what are we looking for? Armor, expensive spells. I would rather just have one Welder Helper that gets made endless, quite frankly. I think it's a skip to stay lean. And I totally think that making a morsel for Split Anvil and also its own agnostic effect is still totally worth it. I don't really think we're in the need of dupes or units right now, so give me the Pyre health. Draw seems pretty valuable, especially with something like Split Anvil. We might be able to get 2 free cards out of it, or 1 free card out of it. We will create a Super Steward, who will then get purged, which is very nice. Free removal, but also getting a little impact out of it. So I'm not concerned really about Daedalus. I feel like, for the most part, as long... We'd really prefer... If there wasn't haste, we would have set up our champ on the 2nd floor, probably. It depends, because these guys do get weaker over time, right? You're still getting weaker? Yeah. But still, having the opportunity to... that's our low capacity floor. Having the opportunity to get slay triggers for armor is super nice. However, on this floor, I don't know if it's worth it, because we're... Are you always going to be coming in that strong? Probably, huh? It's a little weird, but hear me out. I think we put you on the second floor so we got more time to get you set up. I think we put you down here. Don't worry, I'm not leaving him to die. So there's our draw. We're kind of leaving our armored unit to die, admittedly. We're also just going to put 2 of those out there. We're going to give one some Ember Drain power so that it can do more damage. It is cutting a Slay trigger, I guess, in the future. But next turn, oh my god, we're going to have so much energy. Quite frankly, just take the Train Steward out of my deck. I don't want to draw it again. Alright. So on this floor, we have the ability to cast Demon Fiend. And really, now is your time to shine. We can play everything. We are going to get to draw, so we got to be a little careful. We definitely want you to have armor. You're not getting a Slay trigger. So we would rather just have that come out there, for sure. Even if it compromises the Rage trigger, we don't care. Anything else? Do we really care about anything else coming out here? Well, to be honest, I think we let you live so we can get a Slay trigger on you. But actually, you're going to get the Slay trigger. No, you're not. Well, yes, you are, because you're going to do 5 damage. So, our champion is a little whack right now, don't get me wrong. But I think this is the best play so far for keeping it going. This is a pretty easy one. We know we start here. And then, we might as well play the Morsel Miner to benefit the Demon Fiend. This will give us draw. Doesn't trigger the split anvil for this stuff, which I wasn't considering, but that's okay. Might as well make you stronger so you do a little bit more damage. And then, I mean, quite frankly, you just play this. 22, huh? So now would be a really nice time to start getting some Slay triggers. So I think you do play this for split anvil purposes. We love the double Morsel Miner. Perils of Production on 1 does get another kill. We can actually just play another Morsel Miner. We can't fit it down there, but we can at least play it here. Now, if we want you to get the kill, hold on, because we really do want to play this as well. Unfortunately, we can't get our champion to get the kill. What we can do is... We can do this. I think you'll be at full HP after you lifesteal. And this should get a Slay trigger. No, I think it's going to get a Slay trigger on our Imp again, because our Imp is now so strong. It's actually, no. This is good. So our Imp will die, which seems bad, but is actually great, because our Imp dying means that our champ will get the armor trigger. Not a revenge. Actually, it might get... No, won't get a revenge trigger, but that's okay. So here comes the draw. More Shade Splitters, which are actually, like, totally fine. If you guys are both dying anyway. We could preserve our Welder Helper, but I think we're learning it's way better for our Hornbreaker Prince to have the power there. We'll just get this unit pogging up. So I think post-boss, capacity is going to be our #1 play, in my opinion. Welder Helper at the front almost does it for us. This draw, it's actually not important at all. Yeah, it really doesn't change anything. But if a unit's gonna die, we might as well put a little extra rage on you. But yeah, I think we're learning capacity is probably our play. This is a very weird setup. We could still use... We need a unit to anchor our 3rd floor. That's where we're at right now. 76? We actually might die right here. I think we do have to try to keep our champion alive as long as possible. What's more valuable there, rage or armor? Well, that's not really how it works now that I think about it. I think we just want to block a hit. I think we want to then make you slightly stronger for a couple more turns. And it may indeed come down to our train steward up at the top. So we really, this is very helpful. Still very helpful for the record. So I'm just trying to see how the best way for this to work. This, well, if we're going to do that, we might as well do this. That gives us the ability for you to live through one more attack. This blocks a hit and make sure you die. This blocks a hit and make sure you die. This does even more damage. We could play that then, but we don't need to. Okay, so that was very spicy, but we actually took no damage. It was the difference between, you know, we probably would have lived regardless, but I guess our pyre would have been hit. Okay, so I think we need a one-horns tome. It works super well with split anvil and solves our damage problem. Yeah, that seems like the play. And we do need a big unit. We need a unit that does damage, and I think you probably want to go alloyed construct and make it work with your morsel master, though we've had fun. And capacity energy doesn't seem that bad because of perils of production and pyre chomper. I think capacity is more important, although I think they are both pretty valuable. And we're just gonna keep the deck lean and strong and, you know, under 30 cards, well under 30 cards preferably, while still pogging. Looks pretty good to me. I still think you don't have a tank, so we do just try to keep our champion alive, but I think this champion kind of sucks. For now. So on a, you know what we want? We want to fish for holdover. Because holdover morsel miner is just absurdly good. I'll tell you, plus 10 magic power is not. One horn's tome is. We really want to add double stack. So double stack or holdover is great here. Holdover, thank you. So what do we put on holdover? Making a morsel, which now also is going to make probably 2 to 3 other spells in our hand free. We have to be careful with our with making something lower. We don't want to take it out of like split anvil range, but and withdraw because of winged whatever. I'm not worried about this, you know, filling our hand unnecessarily. Plus morsel miner's pretty good. So we could make this cheaper, and it's more likely to get hit, but I also think double stack is more important, so I actually think we just save on this one. Now, our pyre's doing great. There is kind of like... I don't think I can do it. There is kind of an elephant in the room right now, which is there may come a situation where we can't cast Demon Fiend. Right now, it's not been an issue, but it could happen pretty easily. So, what do we like? Generally, I still think a champion works best on the second floor. This will be our third card. I think it's most important to get that construct out there. And this is a pretty easy setup. We don't really need to give you fuel just yet. We'll make sure you die. This guy doesn't even do any damage. We're going to get a Slay trigger. It's a beautiful thing. Are we going to get to play Demon Fiend? Right now, no, you're not going to get a Slay trigger. Right now, no, but it can change pretty quickly. Let's leave it at that, because we want you to die. We know we need to play you up here so you can get some fuel. We're still not there. I hate that we drew you, dude. I hate that we drew you. I hate, and we should have done it in this order as well, but okay. So now it's the robot show. It's that simple. As long as our robot has fuel, which means we're probably going to want to upgrade it as soon as possible, because 30 HP is not gonna get the job done forever. But it's the robot show. Prepare yourself. Who gets the armor? Probably the robot. Yeah. We could have even put the we should have put the welder helper up in front, quite frankly. Actually, I don't know. Maybe you getting the double lifesteal here is okay. So we do want you to get hit so you get rage, so the Slay trigger is a little bit more likely to get to. And you might as well take this just for energy we're never going to use. I don't know if we use our other welder helper. Kind of think it might be better served a little bit later. Robot's doing great, but it's just not quite there yet, you know? So we know we're going to use a Perils of Production, which will allow us to get to One Horn's Tome. Just a question of... Oh, and then we can cast these for free, but our Pyre will take 3 damage. So who gets the multi-strike? Getting you to a Slay trigger is mighty tempting, but I really actually think the robot is just more valuable right now, sadly. I think you not filling our deck with more garbage is quite nice. So it's a bit of a weird one. You know what? Why don't you put up a couple of blockers here this time? This is free. I think we'd really still like you to go. Pyre's taking some hits. I ain't sweating it just yet. The robot is doing incredible work. I got a high pie in the sky hopes for that robot, dude. Okay. Morsel Miner, fantastic. Yes. Yes. You're gonna get a little... I mean, these are benefiting a unit that we don't really care about. However, it is what it is. Good work. Get that out of there. Alright, so this should be interesting. We know we're starting here. And we know that's got to get played. Can we even... We can't fit anything else up there. Okay. Take some more armor and call me in the morning. So it's the robot show. It all comes down to the robot here. Can at least do a little bit there. Is the robot gonna be able to hang? For now, I'd say yeah. Look at him, he's hanging just fine. I don't know. I don't see what you're worried about. Look at, he's doing great. You know, it's one of those situations I'm not gonna compromise things because it's a little scary. Keep in mind, though, that's a robot that just had a 1 horn applied to him. We didn't have any stat difference or anything. I think Impressive definitely has targets. I think it's good enough. Branding Iron is good, and it also gives us Split Anvil, but we don't really need it. I don't think we need any of these either. So this is a big opportunity for a unit upgrade. We really need to kind of go hard on the robot. Our champion remains essentially useless. But this is one of the strongest decks we've had in a long time. Multi-strike. It's worth way more on Demon Fiend right now. Demon Fiend is kind of like I forgot about Demon Fiend, quite frankly, because we didn't get a chance to play it in that last battle. 100%. I honestly think we can live with Spell Shield too. Our units do enough damage. We're not relying on killing backline units with torches and stuff like that too much. Torches aren't even hitting them. Plus, we barely got them in the deck in the first place. Come on, I just want to play a Demon Fiend, dude. Is that so much to ask? Well, we'll probably start here, even though it's impossible for you to get a kill. At least you're eating. It's not a very good start. And actually, you gorging on the first turn accomplishes essentially nothing. This is a big one, though. Some imps. No Pyre Chomper. Pretty nasty. Is it possible to get to 1 horns? It is. It is. We're going to start... Because we're going to play the imp down there. We're gonna, oh, but you have Spell Shield, so it's not really... Honestly, I think we just play this just to play it for draw. We cannot get to 1 horns, which is bad, but life goes on. I think we still got a great setup. And then, quite frankly, just... slowing you down is worth something. Alright, so it comes down to the robot. You know how it is. You know the robot is going to be the star of the show. Energy is definitely the #1 thing, without a doubt. Absolutely got to get in front of it. If we're not... I'll level with you. If we're not killing units, the robot gets the armor from this point forwards. I don't see why you wouldn't. I didn't mean to cast it on that floor, but it makes no difference, but still. So I'm actually gonna put these units at the back because we can use the sacrifice the imp card to do a lot of work there. So we know where we're going with this one. We're gonna be starting here. Oh, the sweep unit is gonna do a number on you. I don't know if I can really stop that. And you're you didn't even get to. Okay, I understand now. I understand the conundrum. Well, it's gonna be morsel heavy. That's a great start, though. None of you guys really do any damage at all. But still, I mean... No, it doesn't change anything. God, just let me play the Demon Fiend. I'm begging you. I'm begging you. Let me play this Demon Fiend, dude. So with the sweep, you're gonna get... Then there's nothing we can do about it. That's okay. It's okay. Not being able to play the Demon Fiend is gonna be the... It's gonna be very disappointing. Let me put it that way. So why summon on this floor? Well, we don't want our units to get killed by the sweep. It may look foreign. This is like the first time we've ever managed to do this properly. Is why it probably looks weird. At least you're doing something. So energy, any card that gives us energy is close to the top of the list for like things that need to happen. You have 10 lifesteal, so summoning anything to stop you is worth something. Just to eat some lifesteal off of the turns is good enough. Not really the draw we're looking for. But really, again, you probably don't need me to tell you this. It's all about the robot. It's not like you guys are doing anything right now. And you got spell shielded too, so really we're just doing this. I think this is probably where we die. Oh my god, the Demon Fiend is actually playable. Or One Horn. I think you gotta play the Demon Fiend. You do have sweep, so you're gonna do quite a number. You have 10 turns of lifesteal. I guess I didn't really summon anything at the bottom, did I? You're 26, so you're gonna take off 4 turns of lifesteal. If we're not, because you have 5 fuel, I'll level with you. If we're not playing any other morsels this turn, and I don't think we are, I actually, in my heart of hearts, believe that you play the Demon Fiend on the robot floor. It should have enough fuel to do enough damage to hopefully get the kill. And then we just look, okay, 9 times 4 is 36. You got 35. That gives you another 120 extra damage. Not gonna say... Oh, they're not gonna live. What are you doing, dude? What the heck are you doing? You don't even alter it. You're doing it. You managed to get there. Don't compromise. Okay, so we need to be able to get the Demon Fiend out there. That's the... And we need to be able to do it without Pyre Chomper. Trust me, I understand Inferno, okay? You leave one floor empty, as we've been doing, like, almost this whole time. And you know what? Because of Split Anvil, I think you could totally actually make it work. I'm just worried about whether we'd be able to even cast it in the first place right now. 24 cards. That's good stuff. I still think units are the name of the game for now. Pyre's in a bad place, quite frankly. Yeah, I don't love it. Rage 3 is not really worth all that much. With the double stack, maybe, but we got other targets for the double stack. Okay. Okay. I think a large stone robot He dominates his floor. I think it's the right place for him. I think a reroll to fish for something great as well is kind of the play. And I do think that Welder Helper being endless is good enough. And a lot of people, I think, are going to be displeased with that. And that's okay. I can live with that. We've managed to remove the spells we want the least. We only have 23 cards in the deck. It's insanely lean. The problem is, if we're able to cast Demon Fiend the turn that we draw it, it's over. We'll win. If we're not, we may win, but it's called into question. Hear me out here. That seemed pretty good. So we got... Come on, Pyre Chomper, Pyre Chomper. Oh my god, dude. Just give me the Pyre Chomper. I got 2 imps in my deck that are not even doing anything. Now, I'll tell you, in my head, I'm thinking, like, what if we get Inferno Holdover? Now, that's an interesting situation, wouldn't you suggest? This is a problem. So I know you're dying for now, but we're gonna alter the terms of the deal. We really don't want to get you double Morsel Mind. It just doesn't make sense. Still won't get the kill, huh? That's dumb, but that's okay. Alright, so we're waiting for Demon Fiend to come back around. The beauty of this right now, it doesn't take too long for things to come back around. So we can't play One Horns. There's no target. If we play One Horns, we die. So what do? You start here, and then you're doing fine, so you play a Welder Helper. And then what do you do with Morsel Miner? You have your champion eat it, and then you see what you draw. We sacrifice an imp to deal 50 damage up front? No, because we're going to get a Slay trigger on you. But actually, we might sack you to do 50 damage to you. You might as well do some damage. I gotta tell you, our Pyre's in a very dangerous spot here. And all the badness... It's an incant. All the badness of this run, in my opinion right now, basically boils down to we should have taken energy instead of capacity. If we had taken energy instead of capacity, it would be pretty sorted, I think. Morsel Maker is living. You're a sweep unit! Dude, he's sweeping! What are you thinking? I don't know. Our Pyre lived, but it's not gonna live much longer. Okay, we have to play Demon Fiend. Although, I still think we'll die. Like, I think our Pyre will die. This is the only way we're staying in the game. Yeah. Alright. We're gonna call this one, too. I think both of these, we just never really got there. We're gonna keep going, though. And I'm not demoralized. I think both of these have been a little touchy, and we still had a lot of fun. For now, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Thanks for your support. It's been a long-running series. I expected Monster Train to run for, like, 2 weeks. We're here, like, 2 months and a little bit in. Keep clicking the like button if you enjoy this series. That's all I ask. We're going to get there, and I'll see you next time.